Alright, what's going on YouTube family? So this series is a new series that I'm going to be recording. It's just all of my individual trades taken in real time with explanations as I'm processing the trade, right? So from the entry, the exit, maybe the way I layer bids, what I see as price develops, stuff like that. And I think that's a good idea just because I don't see many people record it. It's either it's after the fact or maybe not at all, right? And just like a general idea or something. Yeah, so this is what it's gonna be like. This is an example trade, and if you like this kind of stuff, please let me know in the comments because I have zero fucking clue what you guys like or what you guys want more of, what you guys want less of. So please just let me know. Subscribe, like the video, engage with it because it gives me a better understanding of what you guys prefer. And if you guys just don't say anything, I just probably don't know what to do and I just don't do anything. So yeah, just let me know and enjoy the video. Alright, so this is trade number 1. I have entered waves on a short. The reason I'm looking for a short right here is it is giving a bearish retest at the prior low right here. Okay. Second, we're also looking at price action on waves that has typically been unironically looking like a wave, where a lot of its price action is almost always reverted, right? These large moves up almost always reverted. And as we scale out, you're starting to see more and more of that, okay? And I truly believe that price is fractal on many time frames. So on this time frame, I am expecting prices to come back to near origin levels, right? So maybe 170, maybe we take some profit around this $2 area, but I'm looking for price to ultimately reject back down here. Okay, I'll update you guys later. This is our first entry, so nothing too crazy. It's gonna be a waiting game from here. Where I'm wrong is if we trade and close above 224, which is only about 4%. Yeah, 4.5% or so away. So it's nothing where I'm risking obscene amount of money, right? 4%, 250K to maybe like $10,000, nothing too crazy. But yeah, hopefully this gets moving soon and I'll catch you guys on the next recording. Okay, so I actually went and placed a couple more sells a little bit higher in anticipation of maybe another push up, maybe 224, 26 area. As long as we don't close the hourly above 26, I'm pretty comfortable in this position, right? So again, if we close an hourly candle at 26, I'll be pretty uncomfy and I might consider closing out the position just because that would look like a reclaim of this structure, right? But from this point of breakdown right here, I want to see prices just retest and maybe just keep falling, right? Alright, not a big update here, but I have one more fill. We are up to 300K on this position. I have 3 more open orders that need to be filled. I hope at least 1 or 2 more get filled. And again, that's a spike up this mid 20 area, okay? Alright, a couple hours have passed. We're starting to see the rejection where we wanted it to, right? It didn't go as high as we'd like, so there are still a couple orders that are unfilled. That is simply the nature of trading. You can't always have a perfectly full filled position that immediately reverses from your area, and sometimes it does happen. I shouldn't say never, but that's not the expectation going into every trade. I take things as they go. If it gives me a certain level, I take it. If it doesn't, oh well, right? And that's part of just trading, just being adaptable, just taking what the market is willing to give. Most of the time when people start imposing their will on the market, they start expecting certain things, and if that doesn't happen, they force it anyway. That's when they get in trouble, okay? That being said, things look pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and probably close out a lot of these orders just because I don't want to see a rejection here followed by a move up, right? So our stop loss now is actually above this 21 area, and I'm gonna start taking profit soon around this 206 area or so, just because who knows what happens at this, I guess, support, right? Could it rip through? Absolutely. Or it might just bounce here for a couple hours and I'll get another entry tomorrow morning. So again, I like to close out my positions when I'm going to sleep, in case you guys didn't know that. I just don't like being in a position while I'm asleep, vulnerable, unaccounted for, unless it's obviously accounted for, or maybe I'm not in an hourly trade, maybe I'm in a daily trade or 4-hour trade, whatever, right? So it depends on your time frame and your expectations. But when I trade hourly time frames, I'm expecting to have it closed before the night ends, or else I'm gonna have 6 to 8 candles that form, and who knows what could happen within 6 to 8 candles, right? We might get something like this, we might get something like this, who knows? Alright, so this is the new hourly that's forming. It is a little premature, but it does look like price wants to bounce from here, just because there is a solid buying reaction right here. Again, I don't like to keep positions open throughout the night, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this position up here, look for a new short tomorrow morning, or potentially even look for a long if prices continue to move down overnight. Again, I'm not really fond of the long, just because waves tends to retrace its entire pump, but there we have it. So that's the first trade of this series. I'm gonna go ahead and close this one out. Our profits are looking to be about $12,000. Alright, so quick little post-mortem on that trade. Reason we took that trade was just, if you look at this support right here, we expected that to act as resistance, and we wanted prices to spike as high as the point of breakdown, which is just this 230-ish area right here. So we wanted it to spike a little bit higher, hence why we had asked a little bit higher up here that didn't get filled. Nonetheless, price started rejecting. We had about a half fill. We closed right around this hourly cluster right here. Do I expect prices to bounce here? Not really. We exited more because we were gonna not be on the computer. So again, you don't always have to ride a trade to the absolute bottom or something. Sometimes your trade expires when you're going to sleep, or maybe it expires when you need to leave the house or do something where your trade is vulnerable or you can't manage it, right? And that's also part of risk management. So that was the first trade. Hopefully that kind of makes sense. That was our entry. That's why we exited. And of course, if you're in this, it could potentially make sense to recompound the trade if it comes back up, right? But that's another video for another time. Peace.